so looking forward to the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo. It all kicks off in just a matter of days. So we encourage you to come to Fort Worth and join us January 12th through February 3rd. And I'm joined now by Garrett Yerrigan. He's the 2022 Announcer of the Year in the PRCA and has played a very important role at Fort Worth the past couple of years. We'll have a different role this year. But first of all, welcome in, Garrett.
Thanks for having me, Amy. Always good to chat.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. So I want you to tell everyone what you've done the past couple of years at Fort Worth.
So I've been very key on the production side. I was the show caller. Most of my duties was putting together the entire timeline for a performance. And at a place like Fort Worth, where there's so many different productions, from Ranch Rodeo to Extreme Bulls to Cowboys of Color to Best of Mexico, Texas Champions Challenge, and then, of course, the I guess we call it the wash, rinse, repeat PRCA rodeo for 18 performances. So there's a lot of pieces to put together, but it was a very fulfilling yet challenging role. I loved every minute of it. I was in that chair for the last 2 years, and it really gave me an inside look on how the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo ticks. Before that, I was on the livestock crew, feeding, sorting, handling all the buck and stock and stuff each performance. So I kind of have seen every side of the rodeo from front to back, and now this year excited to move over and join the team of in-house announcers, and it'll be a lot of fun to now be able to bring my energy on the microphone, not just my touch behind the scenes. So very much looking forward to it.
Well, I first want to say a big compliment to you on the job you did in your previous position, because you were in all the production meetings, you had all the timelines, you ran those, and then the year that I did the interviews, you were in my ear, and then the other years up at the announcer's stand making all the calls, the show caller, I guess you could call it, and just did a phenomenal job. I think it's very impressive, all the different roles that you've played in rodeo, but I know you love announcing, and now this year you get a chance to be part of that team. So elaborate a little bit more on that and what people will be hearing, not only there at Dicky's Arena, but also here on the Cowboy Channel.
Yeah, so I guess I'll start by saying this. Bob Tallman is not going anywhere, okay? You cannot get rid of Bobby T. And now while his role is going to change a little bit, we're going to get to utilize some other things throughout the show, whether it be the Time Event Challenge or different things around the grounds. But he'll still be in Dicky's Arena, still voicing the Ranch Rodeo, the Extreme Bulls, the weekends of the PRCA Rodeo. And then I'll be joined with Anthony Lucia at the Texas Champions Challenge and the weekdays of the PRCA Rodeo. And then Anthony will also be in with our guest announcer for Best of Mexico Celebration and Cowboys of Color. So Doug Mathis, who has been an in-house voice for many years, he will actually be joining you, Amy, as you two anchor the television broadcast each and every night. So a lot of kind of musical chairs, I guess, for announcers. Nobody's going anywhere. Anthony and I are super excited to be joining Bob and Doug. Obviously Bob is going on 5 decades of the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo as their announcer. So it is a very, very humbling opportunity. And I mean, anybody that's an announcer in this game will tell you one of their heroes is Bob Tallman, and he is absolutely one of mine. And so to get to share some airwaves with him, it's going to be very special. And I'm so looking forward to Friday night and the first performance of Ranch Rodeo when I get to sit beside him.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it as well. And I think that's also well said, because the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo, this thing is legendary. And Bob Tallman, of course, is legendary. So it'll be a great mix to have everything in a few different positions, which I think will be a lot of fun, as you mentioned, all of that. But I want to talk more about the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo, because it really is like the social event of the year in Fort Worth. I've said before, you don't see as many fur coats and squash blossoms and people dressed up as a rodeo as you do at Fort Worth, and especially in Dicky's Arena. I mean, it is if you go into the restrooms there, you will know that it is the fanciest facility that there is. So kind of elaborate on what you think about it.
Yeah, it is absolutely second to none when it comes to a venue of that size and caliber built for rodeo. It was awarded again this year the #1 venue for their size market of seating capacity. And what's so cool is there are lots of arenas that host rodeo, but they're built for hockey or basketball. Dicky's Arena is built for the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo, from the seating configuration to kind of the bowels of the building, the tunnels and different access points. It was built with the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo in mind first. and everything else came second. So if you've never got a chance to come to whether one performance or a week of performances, you need to come see it. It's such a cool atmosphere in there. I mean, the Thomas and Mack is so unique for its atmosphere. Dickey's Arena is unique in its own way as well. Like you said, just the marble and granite decor and accents and entryways and the clubs on each end, the 5-star restaurant down at the south end. And there's not a bad seat in the house. I mean, for 9,400 in rodeo configuration, plus a lot of standing room on the ends, and that's where a lot of people go to hang out during the rodeo. So it's such a unique venue, and like I said, built specifically for rodeo. So it's like going home.
Yeah, exactly. There are so many people responsible for the success there at the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo, but I think it's so cool how they stay true to traditions, but they're also improving and trying new things all the time as well. It's a great combination, and you and I are so excited to be a part of it all. But Garrett, I think it'll be awesome to hear you announcing this year. So congratulations on that role, and we encourage everyone again, January 12th through February 3rd. Come out to Fort Worth, Texas, the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo. Garrett Yerrigan, thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll see everybody in Dickey's Arena Friday.
Sounds great. That's Garrett Yerrigan, and this is to mark your calendar, the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo, January 12th through February 3rd, Dickey's Arena. Of course, you can watch it all live right here on the Cowboy Channel.